Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Day 2 of the 2019 Atlantic Under-14 Girls All-Star Soccer Championships, live from the University of Prince Edward Island Turf Field in Charlottetown. I'm John Morrison, bringing you all 4 days of action in the tournament here from Prince Edward Island. Our first game this afternoon features the host UPEI Under-14 Girls taking on the New Brunswick Under-14 Girls. It's a bright, sunny, warm, humid day here on Prince Edward Island. New Brunswick lost its opening game 3-0 to Nova Scotia, while Prince Edward Island Under-14 Girls won 1-0 over Newfoundland and Labrador. The games in the opening phase of the tournament, if they end in a draw, there is no extra time, no penalty shootout. We're playing two 35-minute halves. Both squads are just about ready to go. Coaches will be able to use most of their players in this tournament, subs 7 in all, and unlimited subs at halftime. It's very warm here today on Prince Edward Island with the humidex in the mid to high 30s, so there will be some water breaks. We're anticipating that about halfway through each half to give the players time to hydrate and get themselves ready to carry on. As a result, the referee usually adds a couple of minutes to the length of each half and to the game, so the players will be well hydrated and ready to carry on a hot, sunny afternoon here on Prince Edward Island. We have a smattering of fans nearby, many of them family and friends, here to watch the tournament and enjoy the tourism opportunities that Prince Edward Island allows there for visitors in the summer months. We're all ready to go. Referee today, Will Fadjum. And he's checking with the goalkeepers. They're ready. Both goalkeepers ready, and here we go. Prince Edward Island getting the ball into midfield. Looking for help forward. Nice trap there by the right back. Looks like there was a foul. Didn't see a foul there, but the referee did. Free kick here to New Brunswick. There is a bit of a breeze blowing across the field, so it's not all that bad. It's pretty warm, but it's not terribly uncomfortable. Throw in here to New Brunswick. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Prince Edward Island in the green tops with the black shorts and black socks, and New Brunswick in the white tops with the black shorts and white socks. Andrea Deberay with the kick here now, goal kick. Ball comes to Skylar Jeffries, who's making a nice run down the left-hand side here. Gets it central. Nice trap there. Eileen Lafreniere getting one forward, a through ball. Are they going to get on the end of that? Yes. Chance to shoot. Oh, dear. Great opportunity there for Anita Jonsson. And she just pushed that one a little wide, the right upright. And that's the first good scoring opportunity we've seen here on the early minutes. We've only played just over 2 minutes here now. And a through ball cut open the Prince Edward Island back line. She held off the defender and was able to get a shot off, but it wasn't accurate enough. And it remained scoreless. Nice touch there. Rowan Price getting the ball into the box, but that's cleared by the PEI back line, and a throw-in. Emma Volpe coming over to take that for New Brunswick. was saved nicely there by New Brunswick, but it goes right to the goalkeeper. She's coming out to use all the 18-yard box to get as much distance as she can here. Left-footed. Good height and distance. Nobody there to knock it down. Skylar Jeffries off to a pretty good start here for Prince Edward Island. Getting a lot of touches and looking busy. Throwing on the far side, the New Brunswick girls. Neither team really settling into a pattern yet. Corner kick coming up for New Brunswick. Let's see what they can do with this set piece opportunity. Something the youth teams at this age level spend a lot of time working on their skills and technique, but also working on set piece opportunities like free kicks, penalties, and corner kicks where there is a chance for someone to run in and slot one in the net. Let's see what the New Brunswick girls can do here. They've already had one good chance that just went a little wide of the Prince Edward Island net. A couple of the taller girls from the back are up. Whoa, cleared off the line. Ball was allowed to get up in the air, and New Brunswick was able to scoop it goalward, but some good defending there by the back line. Throw in here to Prince Edward Island. Well down the line. Defender unable to control that one. Battle here between Grace Henry and Kristen Taylor. Taylor getting it into the top of the box. Lauren Adams getting the ball up to the left-hand side. Making a run forward, getting it back. She's getting a look. She's got her head up, makes a nice pass inside of the midfield. Another nice pass. Nice 1-2 there with Mylene Frenette. But Prince Edward Island able to break that up. Some nice defending there by Grace Henry. Nice 1-2 there. Mylene Frenette looking very busy in the midfield for New Brunswick. Ball goes out and throw in now to New Brunswick. Emma Volpe stepping up to take that one from her right back spot. Gets it in, back to the thrower. Ball goes out. Very often when you have a throw in, the best touch, the best idea is to get it back to the thrower because the thrower is the only unguarded person on the field. There's a wayward one. First touch there for Yannick Roy, playing in the midfield today for New Brunswick. Chance for PEI to get forward here. Flag goes up. Grace Henry recovering nicely for New Brunswick's back line there. Flag went up for offside. Skylar Jeffries been making some dangerous runs for Prince Edward Island down through the middle and the left-hand side here. Have to keep our eye on her. Chance for New Brunswick to thump the ball forward and get someone to run on it. That's exactly what they do. Nice ball there by Eden Clowater, playing in the back line today for New Brunswick. Couldn't keep that one in. It's a throw-in. Prince Edward Island on the far side. New Brunswick trying to get something moving quickly off the free kick. They do. But that breaks down over on the far side, and looks like it's going to be a throw-in New Brunswick there. Good ball right across the front of the net in the 6-yard box. Wow, nobody there for New Brunswick. Good battle there between Emma Volpe and Skyla Jeffrey. Goes out for a throw into Prince Edward Island. Well, good throw there. Good defending there from New Brunswick's Grace Henry, playing at left back or left midfield today and looking solid, taking on Skyla Jeffrey. Another chance to get the ball forward. There it goes into the middle of the field. Referee saw some pushing in the back there, and it's a free kick to Prince Edward Island, and the New Brunswick back line backing off to the edge of their 18-yard box, anticipating a lofted ball to see if there's someone can run onto the end of this one for Prince Edward Island. Ball is hit toward the top of the box. Didn't do much business with that. Good action there. Boy, some good strength, too, by Anita Janssen, and she gets right to the edge of the Prince Edward Island 18-yard box, but she was cut off after that. And PEI gets the ball out of play, a throw into New Brunswick on the far side. And after about 10, 11 minutes of play here today, it's looking like New Brunswick has been a little bit more of a threat. They at least have had the best opportunity on goal. There was a chance for Mylene Frenette in the early minutes, and she broke into the 18-yard area and wasn't able to find the net. It was just a little bit wide. Rowan Price getting the ball into the midfield, but a Prince Edward Island player is there. Ball played in the left-hand side here. Good pressure from PEI. Ball out here to Rowan Price. She's got a chance to get forward. Ellie Dunn over to stop that one before it got dangerous. Volpe with the throw. Nice shielding there. Gets the ball turned up. Nice chance for the 1-2. Good shielding. Good turn. A little bit of pushing there. The referee whistling that one down. Here's another chance for New Brunswick to loft one toward the Prince Edward Island box, which I'm guessing is part of their tactic here today. Wind is blowing across the field. There is no wind in behind either end. There's a ball launched into the top of the 18-yard box, but keeper Desbarres is there. She's waiting for her players to get further up the field so they can compete for the ball. Nice technique there. Eileen Frenette, number 5 for New Brunswick. Last few minutes have seen New Brunswick beginning to take hold of the game a little bit. They've been in the Prince Edward Island end more than Prince Edward Island has been in the New Brunswick half. Throw in on the far side to PEI. Another chance for New Brunswick here now. Ball falls right to Rowan Price, who had a chance, but goes a miss, and another goal kick for Prince Edward Island. Earlier in the tournament, we'd seen a lot of balls played out by the goalkeeper to the fullback as they try to play the ball out of the back to maintain possession, but early in this one, the goalkeeper, it seems to have been instructed to get the ball as far forward as she can. No, this time she comes to the midfielder here on the left-hand side. Ball goes out, and Maddie Keogh wasn't able to keep that one in play. Some good battling here today, though. This is Keogh again. She's trying to launch one into the box. She does. Trying to pick out one of her teammates. Danger not passed here for Prince Edward Island. They're under quite a bit of pressure in the last minute or two. Wow. What a shot from the edge of the box there. We're just trying to pick out the goal scorer. We're thinking it was Grace Henry who potted that one from the edge of the box to the near post, high into the corner. Keeper unable to really get onto that ball and deflected over the bar. And New Brunswick, after almost 16 minutes of play, halfway through the first half here, has jumped into a well-deserved 1-0 lead over Prince Edward Island. Over the last several minutes, New Brunswick had been getting closer and closer to a goal, and they finally potted one here on what we think was a shot by Grace Henry. Another ball sent down through, cutting the PEI back line. New Brunswick girls looking a little hungrier today. Get a free kick here on the far side. Another chance to get a shot on. Danger passes, though, very quickly. Keogh with some nice shielding there. Free kick to New Brunswick. A little bit too aggressive from Prince Edward Island's Kristen Taylor there. They challenge, but referee whistles that down for our first water break after about 17 and a half minutes. We're almost halfway through the first half. And hot enough, according to referee Will Fragem, for the game to be stopped. And both squads to go to the sideline to get themselves some water, hydrate, and probably get some instructions from their coach, maybe some tactical changes, maybe some substitutions, and just a rest, I guess, really, in a nice hot summer day here on Prince Edward Island. 1-0 for New Brunswick's under 14 girls at the 2019 Atlantic Under 14, Under 13 Girls Soccer Championships. This is day 2 of the tournament. We have more action tomorrow, round 3. And then that will sort out who plays in what medal challenge. And Sunday there will be bronze and gold medal games for the under 13 girls who are also competing here this week, and bronze and gold medal games for the under 14s who are seeing an action here this afternoon. We have another game coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and that will involve Nova Scotia under 14 girls and Newfoundland and Labrador under 14 girls. Nova Scotia 3-0 winners yesterday, and Newfoundland and Labrador losing to the Prince Edward Island squad yesterday by a score of 1-0. So in our second game this afternoon, Newfoundland and Labrador looking for its first win of the tournament, and Nova Scotia looking for their second win. The teams are returning to the field now, almost ready to restart the game. The game will be restarted where it was ended for the water break, and that is in the near side here. Free kick opportunity for the New Brunswick squad. Both players coming back onto the field now, and the New Brunswick girls still celebrating that goal that put them up 1-0 after some 16 minutes of play. And they've probably had a bit of information from their coach telling them what's working, what he'd like to see a little bit better, what they might want to try here to open up the Prince Edward Island defense a little better. And I'm sure that Coach Peter Hackers on the Prince Edward Island bench, head coach, he's trying to get a little bit more energy out of his girls and see if they can muster a little bit more of an attack. So here we go. We're almost ready to restart, and I think this is Volpe over the ball. She gets it forward. Good challenge there, won by New Brunswick. There's a ball punched forward. Nothing happening much for Prince Edward Island. They don't have enough players forward. More of an optimistic chance there. Now here comes New Brunswick back at them again. Ball played nicely across the field. Oh, nicely stepped aside there. Eileen Fournette has been a real force for New Brunswick today. Ball punched forward. This looks like Lauren Adams getting the ball wide now. Good battle there on the edge of the box. Drew Frost there on the far side trying to wiggle her way into the box and set something up in front of the Prince Edward Island goal, but it was cut off. Ball comes to the penalty spot. Opportunity to shoot. Danger passes. When in doubt, put it out. Good sound coaching advice if you find you're not quite sure what to do with the ball and you've got a little bit of pressure on you. Why not put it out for a throw and get yourself reorganized? Seen a lot of balls in the air here in the early going of this game. Lauren Adams taking a spill there on the far side. Tough challenge there from Prince Edward Island, and as a result, the New Brunswick girls have a free kick in a nice area. Maybe about maybe 40 yards from goal over there, but you can get one toward the penalty spot, knock it down, and get yourself a shot. An opportunity like this. Teeing up the free kick there. 3 New Brunswick girls, 4 New Brunswick girls, 5 now in the box, waiting to see what's delivered to them. Referee Fragem marching off 10 meters, pushing the Island squad back. They're trying to get a wall going there. And Trying to prevent the ball getting into the box, but I think she's going to launch this one over the wall toward the penalty spot and see what kind of business they can do. Kind of missed something there. I think they're asking that that Adams may go off. I think Adams has to go off. Adams is talking to the fourth official. Has she been sent off? No, Adams has just gone off. She may have got a ding there. She had a collision with the PEI back line. There was a yellow card handed out. Here's the free kick, launched toward the near post. Keeper Andrea Deborah had no trouble picking that one up. Gets right to the edge of the 18-yard box and decides to throw one out here to this near side. Free kick here to New Brunswick. Stepping up to take that one again is Emma Volpe, who's had a good success here today, driving balls toward the top of the Prince Edward Island box. Here she goes again. Clips it in there nicely. Someone can run onto that one. But keeper Deborah is first to that one, and the danger passes. She's going to come right up to the top of the 16-yard box to 18-yard box to see what kind of distance she can get, and pounds one forward. Headed well by Volpe there. Volpe again gets the rebound. Here's a chance for PEI's, I think this is Taylor here in the corner. Nope. It's Skylar Jeffrey. She gets one toward the penalty spot across the top of the box, and a quick shot. Ooh, danger there. Something we've seen a couple of times in the tournament. Ball rolling toward the goalkeeper. Fullback not sure how to play it. Is the goalkeeper coming to pick it up? She wasn't sure. So what do? When in doubt, put it out. That's what you did there. But as a result, we have a Prince Edward Island corner here. Their first real crack at evening things up here after some 26 minutes of play. Let's see if Prince Edward Island's under 14 girls can get themselves on the score sheet here. They've got plenty of girls forward. All kinds of girls in the box there waiting for this delivery. Not really all that far. A little bit of a shorty. Ball is somewhat cleared. And New Brunswick does clear it. She's put it out on the far side. It's a throw into Prince Edward Island, so that corner kick opportunity came to nothing. Ball wasn't hit hard enough or far enough. And no one there to get on the end of it. When you're throwing the ball in, you're always hoping someone's going to run and get open, and that might have been what she was waiting for there. There wasn't a whole lot of movement from the Prince Edward Island outfield players to help the thrower, and you need somebody. It's not just up to the thrower, it's up to the other outfield players to be moving and offering themselves as a target so that the thrower can get something going. Maybe just a little bit too hot for that. Easy for me to say. It might be just a little bit too hot out there in the field for the girls to be moving if they didn't have to be. There she is again looking for somebody on the move. Nobody moving. No target. Can't find anybody. Ball launched into the sky and wide and out for a goal kick. So Prince Edward Island has been a little bit closer to the New Brunswick goal here in the latter part of the first half, but no real zip or punch or anything that bordering on a goal. Reese Crocker is the goalkeeper for New Brunswick in the first half. In the second half, we'll see Julianne Godin. There's a chance now for New Brunswick to make it 2, but it goes into the side netting. It may have been a deflection, I think it was, and PEI back line knocked that one over the byline, and as a result, there's going to be an opportunity for a corner here now as we near the 30-minute mark. Ball's in behind the Prince Edward Island net. New Brunswick's retrieving it and taking it over to the far corner flag. Let's see if they get enough distance and zip on this one to get it into the danger area. New Brunswick's got two girls right in the 6-yard box waiting for it. There it comes. Who's there? Okay, corner kick part 2. Ball knocked out by the Prince Edward Island back line. Actually, if you're playing on a hot day like this, a corner kick is a nice opportunity just to catch your breath and just take a mini breather. So everybody will be a little bit refreshed trying to chase this one down. Driven toward the penalty spot. Ball spinning around. Cleared out. And danger passes. Coach Hacker's urging his back line to get up further. You don't want to be standing far too back too far, because you don't have an opportunity to close off the field and shrink the field. Leave the other team too much room to play, and that's why you hear coaches telling their back line to get up, trying to shrink the field so the opposition can't get an attack mounted. Ball hit centrally there by Jeffrey, but no one there to get it. Good battle here. Oh, yeah. Nice run there by keeper Andrea Deberay. She came out of her line. You like to see that from a goalkeeper, taking charge, being aggressive, getting off her line, and helping the back line. The back line can only do so much. A ball goes past them, so they need the help of a goalkeeper in a situation like that. Good to see. Good aggressive goalkeeping there by the PEI goalie. You sometimes get a knock there when you go for those, but it's important that the goalkeepers get that in their part of their locker. There's a chance on the far side. I think that's going to be asking a little bit too much of the PEI front line. A ball hit, a speculative shot toward the New Brunswick goal, goes wide and high. And goalkeeper Reese Crocker has a chance to get herself in the game. She hasn't been very busy today. Only a couple of touches, only a couple of goal kicks. Her first one wasn't great, not a lot of distance or height. Let's see if she can do better here. Yes, a little bit further upfield. Finds one of her players. Ball punched forward by the midfield of New Brunswick. I think that one's going out. Throw into Prince Edward Island on the far side. One of the problems that Prince Edward Island is having is in the transition from midfield to attack. There doesn't seem to be enough people forward and enough people in the midfield serving the forward. It's sort of a hopeful, speculative approach. It's good defensively. You don't give up a lot of goals, but they might be having to open up the game a little bit here and maybe push another person forward. New Brunswick's been able to handle everything they've had to offer here so far. Ball goes forward, but there really isn't anybody there. No combinations, nobody working together. It's all pretty hopeful for Prince Edward Island here after 33 minutes. That can change in a blink, though. You never know. Another throw in on the far side. I think this is Melissa Stewart, I think, with the ball. Hard to see the numbers sometimes. It's all a little too comfortable for New Brunswick here. Prince Edward Island not offering a lot of challenge. Not able to generate much in the way of a serious attack so far in the first half, and they're trailing by a score of 1-0 to New Brunswick on a very nice goal scored about halfway through the first half by Mylene Fournette. Nice cut inside there. Ball served to the top of the box. Ooh, an opportunity here. Oh, keeper, nice brave save there by goalkeeper Andrea Debaray, who got down and smothered that one before New Brunswick was able to get a boot on it right by her near post. Gets good distance and power on that one. Knocked down in the midfield. Skylar Taylor getting the ball forward. She's seen a lot of business. She's had a lot of touches, Taylor, here in the first half. Let's see if she can work a combo here. Get the ball into shooting territory. You know, New Brunswick's been able to repel almost everything Prince Edward Island's had to offer. One nothing for New Brunswick in the game two of for each squad. Day two of the Atlantic Championships under 14 girls. New Brunswick looking for their first win. Prince Edward Island looking for their second win of the tournament. Have to give the edge to the New Brunswick girls here in the early going, and at least they've been a little hungrier, a little stronger on the ball. Here's a free kick now from the far side. Gets into the box. There's a missed kick. Another chance here. The ball is lofted toward the penalty spot in a dangerous area. Danger passes. Chance for a counterattack here by New Brunswick. Can they get the ball forward fast enough? It's possible. Oh, it's punched into a dangerous area there. And Maddie Keogh. Here's the ball hit forward. Gonna try and win the race here. But the ball was put out of play, and there's going to be a corner kick to New Brunswick. Arden Hardy deciding the best thing to do was to put the ball out. Very difficult when you're running back toward your own goal with the ball and people putting pressure on you trying to get to the ball. Time doesn't, you don't have a lot of time to think, and you just have to play instinctively, and that's what she did there. She put that one out. Now here's a corner opportunity. Ball hit toward the penalty spot, 6-yard box. Still, Prince Edward Island's midfield clears the danger, and a throw-in to New Brunswick as we're almost running out of time here in the first half. Very hot, warm, humid conditions here today on Prince Edward Island. Humidex reading in the mid to high 30s. Offside flag goes up, and a good opportunity passes for New Brunswick. We've played the 35 minutes now. Referee Fadjum probably will add a couple of minutes here because of the water break we had at the 17-minute mark. New Brunswick leading by a score of 1-0 on a nice goal by Mylene Fournette, who beat the keeper on a high shot to the near post early in the game, and that's been able to make that stick. And we're almost at the halfway mark, so New Brunswick will be, unless Prince Edward Island scores here in the next few seconds, New Brunswick will be going into the game's half-time period with a 1-goal advantage. Here's Keogh with the ball and the throw-in. Down the line. Who's going to get first to that one? The New Brunswick girls, as they have in the early going in this game. Able to get to the ball quickly. Getting to the ball first is an important thing. Coaches will tell you if you have the ball, you're dictating the play, and the other team can't do much business. Here's Keogh again. She's getting good distance on her throw. She gets one right to the edge of the box here. Somebody could run onto that one. Ball's tapped back. You can get one in toward the goal here. Ooh, yeah. A little wide. Good idea there from about 40 meters. Referee Fragem blows the whistle, bringing the first half to an end, with New Brunswick leading Prince Edward Island by a score of 1-0. Under 14 Atlantic Championship Soccer will resume after the halftime break.
PEI and New Brunswick. Under 14.
Okay. Well, we're almost ready for the second half of Game 1 here of the Under 14 Championships, Under 14 Girls Soccer Atlantics. Second half coming up in the game between Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick, with the New Brunswick girls leading by a score of 1-0 on a very nicely taken goal by Mylene Frenette. Early in the game, they made that stick through the first half and were challenging for more. Prince Edward Island spent most of the first half defending and trying to figure out a way to at least get some shots on the New Brunswick goal. So the second 35 minutes is coming up. We will mention that the temperature here on Prince Edward Island today is 29 degrees with a humidex of 35. So you can imagine it's not a lot of fun playing in that kind of temperatures. So there have been a few water breaks. We anticipate another water break in the second half. The good news is that there is a nice breeze blowing across the field, and that can be refreshing at times. When you play on a turf field, it's a lot hotter than playing on a grass field because the synthetic surface reflects and radiates the heat and makes it even warmer. I wouldn't want to guess what the temperature is on the field. If the air temperature is 29, it's certainly in the 30s. So we're waiting. We're waiting for the beginning of the second half. Both squads getting some last-second instructions from the coaching staffs. A reminder that if the game does end in a tie, if Prince Edward Island scores to make it 1-1, there's no extra time or shootouts or penalty kicks. None of that until the middle round, which takes place Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. We'll have to wait for that to find out what teams are going to be in what category. The under 13 girls from Atlantic Canada are also in action here in Prince Edward Island this week. And we're anticipating some pretty good competition as all these squads work their way toward a medal. Have some nice family and friends attending the tournament here on Prince Edward Island this week, making it double for a holiday. Soccer tournament on Prince Edward Island often means a holiday for our visiting teams. Chance to experience Prince Edward Island's hospitality and enjoy the beaches and the fine weather. So it's a kickoff here now for New Brunswick. They're in the white uniforms, white tops, black shorts, white socks. Prince Edward Island in that Irish green with the black shorts and the black socks, going left to right on your screen. New Brunswick getting it in play, pushing the ball out to the far side. Meg Hickey with the first touch for New Brunswick there, getting it up the line. Hickey again trying to get it further up the line, give and go. Prince Edward Island shut that off. Ball comes back to Prince Edward Island. They're going to come across the field with it. Intercepted though. Ball goes over the defender's head. Nice piece of running there by Alice Dorsey, coming forward, trying to get things going for New Brunswick. To throw in for the Island team on the far side. New Brunswick has switched goalkeepers now. Joliane Godin is in goal now for the second half. Andrea Debaray is still in the net for Prince Edward Island. Having a few changes. We'll check on those throughout the second half. Throw in toward the box. New Brunswick first to it. Get it cleared. A speculative shot there. Oh, the danger hasn't passed. Still a chance here for Prince Edward Island to score. But the ball was cleared nicely. PEI pushing it back in. Trying to get it up the sideline. New Brunswick has been often the case here today. First to those balls, those 50-50s. This is Keogh, the left back on the far side. He had a good first half. Good, strong player. All played into the midfield. Olivia James trying to get things going. Free kick to Prince Edward Island. Looking to get it forward. All played into the midfield. Ball was given away. Now this is Adrienne Renew. Rio on for the first time. A goal kick here for Andrea Desbaret. Looks like she might play this one short. New Brunswick looking to cut that off. Putting a little pressure on that spot. Still she's going to go there with it. And gives it up. Nice touch there. All intercepted, and here's a chance for Prince Edward Island to counterattack. All fed forward by the back line. Played in the middle. Played out wide, and now looks like they have Marissa Stewart on there trying to see if she can find her way into a dangerous shooting area. She's stuck in the corner. And a throw in to Prince Edward Island here, who have opened the second half with a little bit more life, a little bit more energy, and have been trying to get themselves into a position for a shot to tie this game up. Ball cleared by Fournette, the goal scorer. Another throw in. New Brunswick trying to work it out of their end, getting it up the line. Keogh there to stop that and take the throw in for Prince Edward Island. She gets it down the line. Ball pushed forward to the holding center forward. Ball was played into the corner for New Brunswick to chase. They get away from defender Keogh. Danger passes for Prince Edward Island. No, the ball is fed toward the penalty spot. Here's a chance for a shot. And goalkeeper Desbaret was nicely positioned and was able to gather that one in without too much trouble. Nice shooting opportunity there for Ariane Ryu. Prince Edward Island certainly more on the front foot here in the opening part of the second half. Nice footwork here by Ryu. Gets herself clear. She's looking for some help inside. Finds it. The Prince Edward Island defender, Bella Doyle, was nicely positioned and able to cut off New Brunswick's attack before they got too far upfield. Throw in here to New Brunswick, to the edge of the box. Good shielding opportunity there. This is Fournette getting it over to Hickey, and then the ball kind of gets into the air, and can Prince Edward Island get a counterattack out of this? No. They were good idea. Good battling there. Ball was clipped forward by the back line. Nice technique there. Ball fed wide there nicely by Hickey. Keogh pumps it forward. There's a chance for Stewart to get on the ball and run and cross it. Corner kick, says referee Will Fragem. So, can Prince Edward Island manufacture a goal out of this corner kick opportunity? They haven't been able to get much in the way of a concentrated attack and open play. So this may offer them a chance to scramble a goal in and tie the game up. We've played 42 minutes here now of the 70. And New Brunswick is leading by a score of 1-0 on a goal by Fournette here in Charlottetown at the Atlantic Under-14 Girls Soccer Championships. Ball to the near post. And did the keeper touch that before it went out of play? Or yes, she did. And at the near post, the new keeper Godin was able to get a glove on it before it got to a shooting area, and she punched it out. And now Prince Edward Island has a chance for another corner kick. And they have to be a little higher and a little further ahead. Let's see if you can get one. That's a little bit better. Still to the edge of the 6-yard box. Pump back into the 6-yard box. And the ball cleared. We think it might be cleared to safety. Rio first to it. Does a nice little step over technique. Referee didn't like the defending that he saw, and New Brunswick has a free kick. Rio flashing some of her touch and technique skills here. Rio with a chance to play a 1-2. Pushes it forward. There's a chance for Fournette to run on it. Sends a ball through. Oh, almost. There's still the danger hasn't passed. Prince Edward Island decides to put it out of play and throw in on the far side to New Brunswick. Girls will be enjoying that crossfield breeze here. The temperature is over 39 degrees. Probably even hotter than that on the field. 29 degrees and a 35 degrees is the Humidex reading. A tricky spot there for the back line of Prince Edward Island. Ball on the byline, and no one quite sure what to do with it, so they put it out. So yes, 29 degrees in the air. 35-degree Humidex, and an even hotter circumstance playing on a synthetic field. So hats off to the girls and the way they've been able to play here today. We are anticipating there will be a water break about halfway through the field, second half, to give the girls a chance to hydrate. Throw in New Brunswick here. Game has kind of slowed down a little bit. Might be the heat. Chance for shooting here. Keeper nicely positioned. Spins a little bit on her, but she's able to snag it. And goal kick here for Prince Edward Island. Out of her hands. See if you can get some distance and height on this one. Good toss up. And yes, nicely done. Hickey delivering the ball up the right-hand side. Throw into PEI. New Brunswick has had an answer for almost everything Prince Edward Island has thrown at them today. So they may need to come up with plan B here pretty soon if they hope to get on the score sheet. Good race for the ball here. Who's going to get there first? Flag is up, though, and offside. New Brunswick with the ball deep in their own end. Referee motioning them forward. Girls checking to see where the flag is, and they're ready to push this one forward. They could play it through the middle. Hickey's wide open there. You get the ball to her, she could turn and run with it. Are they going to pump it along, or are they going to try and play it a few touches? Let's see what they do here. They go along with it. Kate Ramsey getting the ball forward. Alice Dorsey trying to create something for PEI. Not quite there. Backline is going to take the goal kick here. Keeper Godin may not be the first choice of goal kicks. Maybe something she's working on. Rio first to the ball. She's got a chance to run on one here. She's going to take her down the line. Yes, she does. She gets a nice distance around Olivia James there. The PEI backline is able to snuff that out, and here a chance for them to counterattack. Play is stopped. The Prince Edward Island player on the far side is injured. And the New Brunswick girls, as they're coached in an injury situation, are coached to take a knee, and coach is motioning them to the far side for the water break. So we have about 22 minutes left in the game. Second water break of the day. New Brunswick's under 14 girls leading Prince Edward Island's under 14s by a score of 1-0 on a beautifully taken goal by Mylene Fournette in the early going of the game. And they've made that stand since then. High shot into the near post corner, just a little bit too high and strong for keeper Desbarret, and that put New Brunswick on the score sheet. In fact, their first goal of the tournament, as they lost their opening game yesterday to Nova Scotia by a score of 3-0. So they're trying to put themselves into the conversation for a shot at a medal here, whether it be bronze or gold or silver. They're looking for a win, some goals, and show that they belong in this tournament. Hickey with a nice tap back there. Ball is fed up the line, nobody there. Ball goes out of play. We've seen a lot of balls out of play on the far side today. Right-handed teams, you sometimes see that with a team dominant right-sided players. Ball is often up and down the right-hand side, and we've seen that here today in this tournament. Ball is pushed forward. Again, PEI back line nicely positioned. Stop that up. A free ball in the midfield. Comes over here toward Gabrielle Ayotte. Going to stop and turn it back. She does. Find some help in the midfield. This is Hickey. Decides to drive it into the back line. Ball is played to the left-hand side here. Good battling there. Still, good battling. Good shoulder defending there. This is Ryu, who's showing some nice flashes since she came on. Ball was fed into Ryu by Fournette, and Ryu still on the ball. Ball was punched toward the PEI goal. No problem there for keeper Deberay. Got some nice distance and height on her last punt out of her hands. Let's see what you can do here. New Brunswick first to the ball, trying to work a 1-2. Fournette on it. Ball falls to Carroll, and she tries to get the ball forward to the front line. Dorsey on the field, trying to work something, get something going with Katie Ramsey. Water break. I guess that last one was just a injury break. So the girls are stopping to take on more water and get hydrated. New Brunswick in the lead by a score of 1-0. Prince Edward Island won their first game yesterday, so if the score remains the same, New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island would be tied with 1 win and 1 loss. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, because you never know in soccer. The game can change in a flash, and Prince Edward Island could get themselves on the board and knot this one up 1-1. So we'll have to see what unfolds in the last 20 minutes or so. Our producer today is Brian McRae, also working the camera. He's here throughout the entire tournament, and you can see Brian's work on 360 Live, the streaming service that is carrying the tournament for us. I'm sure you'll be able to find, if you go to the soccer home pages, I'm sure you'll be able to find a link for that. Referee Will Fragem ready to restart the game. It will be a throw-in, I think, here to, I think it's going to be a Prince Edward Island throw-in once they get back on the field. The game has kind of tailed off here in the last few minutes, and rightly so with the heat these girls are playing under here today. Their tails are beginning to drag just a little bit. So the throw-in's being taken by Lindsay Smith. She gets it in play. New Brunswick first to the ball. DeRoche with a punch forward to the far side. Nice touch there by Keogh, trying to search out a player. Charge down defending there. There's one hoofed into the box. The keeper not having a problem with that one. Shelley and Godin will be happy with that kind of shot in the rest of the game. Pounds one into the center circle. Good challenge for the ball there, 50-50. Oh, here's a real opportunity now. Drew Frost is on the ball into the box. Can she get a shot away? No, she stops. Top of the box, the ball's pounded into the corner. Ball's still loose. Keeper Deberay stopped it, but she was unable to gather it in, and the PEI back line was forced to put the ball out of play. Throw in New Brunswick here now. Another one out of play on the far side. There's been a lot of battling in this game. We have to give both sides good marks for that. They've been hungry for the ball, working hard to get the ball. Throw into Prince Edward Island now on the far side. Good distance there. New Brunswick right back at it again, trying to find a way to unlock the Prince Edward Island defenders. Play it back one. Kind of a through ball. Good defending there again from the back line of Prince Edward Island. Adams on the ball. Ball played into the edge of the box. Here's an opportunity. Again, good defending by Matty Keogh there on the far side at left back. New Brunswick seems to have taken a little kind of control of the game here on the second half as it's unfolded. Some nice footwork there by Mia DeRoche. Back to Adams. She feeds it to the top of the box. Can Ayot get a shot away? No. The PEI figured that one out. Push it forward, hoping for the best. Nice touch there. This is Ayot again getting the ball forward. Nobody there. Nice bit of defending there from Maya Arsenault. Taking charge in the middle of the defense there for New Brunswick. Now we see Drew Frost on the ball again. Working with Gabrielle Ayot. Throw into Prince Edward Island here on the near side. Let's see who wins this one. She decides to go infield with it. Ball is tapped out. It's a throw in now to New Brunswick. Ball is out of play again. Well, it's out of play at least on the near sideline. We spent most of the second half watching the action on the far side. Ball's going out of play. Now we've got some throw-ins here on the near sideline. Here's a chance for a counter here by PEI. They can come out of their own end and get the ball forward. Nobody home. Just pushing it forward. Easy pickings for goalkeeper Godin, who's able to pick that one up with no pressure at all on the ball. Pumps it forward. Hardy playing the ball up the left-hand side to Keogh. Throw in on the far side of New Brunswick. We've played 70 minutes now. About 10 minutes plus the extra time for water breaks. Again, we'll just remind everyone if the game does end at a tie, that's it. It's a tie. There's no extra time or shootouts until we reach the medal round coming up on the weekend. PEI with a rare flourish forward here. Referee Fragin blows that one down. There was a bit of a collision there, but the New Brunswick player popped right back up again. I think that was Gabrielle Ayot. I think she's going to be okay, though. She just momentarily stunned there by the action. Referee will restart the game. And in a sporting fashion, they'll drop the ball. Looks like there's going to be a change. Yeah. Kate Ramsey is going off, and we'll wait to see who's coming on as her replacement here on the left-hand side. A sporting gesture here would see New Brunswick give the ball back to Prince Edward Island, which you often see now when there is an injury and a player goes down and the ball is put out of play or the play is stopped. Let's see what the referee does. I think this might be a drop ball. Yeah, it's going to be a drop ball. Restart the game. Something open here on the left-hand side. Some nice shielding there by fullback Bella Doyle, who was able to prevent New Brunswick from getting forward. It's a bit of a foul there. Yeah. Foul on Lindsay Smith, who hacked down the midfielder. This is Lauren Adams now with a chance to flip the ball in toward the Prince Edward Island 18-yard box. Brunswick gets the ball wide. Grace Massamingo is on the far side for New Brunswick now, playing at right wing. She's had a few nice touches, hasn't been able to get together with the right pass to open a scoring opportunity. But New Brunswick certainly looking more dangerous and looking more likely to score here as the game winds down. This is Massamingo now on the ball. Gets it toward Clark. New Brunswick seems to have found a second gear here in the latter part of the second half. They have the lead 1-0. Sometimes the best defense is offense, and if you have the ball and you're attacking, the other team can't do much business. Prince Edward Island hasn't been able to muster much in the way of an attack here today, but that could change in a flash. Nice piece of running here. Excellent work here by Lindsay Smith coming down the right-hand side. Can she cross it in? She does, and it's right there. Oh, how did that not go in? What an opportunity and a beautiful cross by Lindsay Smith. The ball just kind of spun around, looked like it was going in the far corner, but New Brunswick managed to find a way to get that to safety. Offside flag went up, and it may not have counted. Prince Edward Island's going to have to push more players forward if they want to have a shot at a tie here. They're going to have to win this ball and see if they can get themselves cracking. Offside. And we have a chance for Prince Edward Island to chip one into the box and create a little havoc and a little bit of danger and see if they can pot one and tie this thing up. We got about maybe 8 minutes to go. Ball kind of spins around. There's a chance for a shot. An alert go down the goalkeeper there to pick that one up, and the danger passes. She's surveying the field, sees where she wants to put it, and down the middle is where it's going. Some good battling here, some really good battling in this tournament. Doyle trying to get the ball into the midfield, but that one's repelled. And it's a throw-in for Prince Edward Island. Dorsey getting the ball into play for Adams to run onto. Oh, opportunity there. DeRoche getting the ball forward. Massamingo with an opportunity there. Adams gets it forward. PEI punches it ahead. Good header there from the back line. Almost an opportunity there for Prince Edward Island. Now a counterattack. She flips it into the danger area. You got to be careful here. If you're not sure, put it out. Throw into New Brunswick here. About 5 minutes left in the game. New Brunswick ahead by a score of 1-0. No pressure on the ball here. Ball is played across the top of the box, headed clear. Ball falls nicely to Prince Edward Island. Ball is just thumped forward. This is Skylar Jeffrey giving chase. She's trying to create something. She's getting there. Can she cross it in? She does. A beauty. Into the side netting, though. Not quite straight enough, but a good idea. Prince Edward Island will have to manufacture more of these opportunities, these chances, to see if they can get themselves a goal. This is Adam taking the goal kick. She gets it to the midfielder here. Ayat gets it into the midfield. Ball is put out of play by Doyle. It's a throw in for New Brunswick. They're in no hurry. They have the lead. They don't have to be in any hurry. Ball is tapped back to the back line. Punched forward. This is Doyle on the ball. She gets it back the other way. Some good battling here. Good shoulder charge there. A little bit too good, according to the referee Fadjum, who whistles that one down. Free kick to New Brunswick. They're not going to be in any hurry. They're just checking on Arden Henry. Is she okay? Hardy suffered. She fell there on that challenge. Referee Fadjum checking. She's all right. She's going to keep it going. So you want to have a change? Yeah, there's going to be a change here for New Brunswick. Mia DeRoche is going off, and we'll wait and see who's coming on in her replacement. Free kick here to New Brunswick in a deep part of their field. It's an opportunity down the near sideline here for Clark. If she can get it there, Adams, she can get it there. Ball went out of play. Lindsay Smith was first to it, but couldn't keep it down and keep it in. And it's a throw in New Brunswick. No rush for them. They're winning 1-0. Ball is played down the near sideline. This is Drew Frost now with a chance to run into the box. She does. She gets around Doyle. She tees one up, but it goes into the side netting. The replacement is Yannick Raw, who has come on here in the dying moments of the second half. We played over 70 minutes now, so we're into that water break time now, and we're looking at probably about two minutes and a bit added on. Prince Edward Island hasn't been able to find a way to unlock the New Brunswick defense. They're going to have to find something here quickly, or they're going to lose their first game of the tournament. Doyle hoofs it forward. New Brunswick is there tidying that up. Ayat has come on here in the second half for New Brunswick and has done a nice job for the New Brunswick midfield. They're leading by a score of 1-0. We're into the dying minute or two left in the game. New Brunswick looking for their first win, and Prince Edward Island, having won their opener, hoping for a way to tie things up. Play it back to the keeper and clear it. Ooh, kind of dangerous there, but it worked. She stepped on the ball. It wasn't a foul. She just tripped herself, really. Domingo getting the ball forward. Ooh, that almost opened up the back line of Prince Edward Island. Ball is played nicely over here to Drew Frost, who's just waiting for some support. Is she going to flick it in? Takes it to the byline around Drew. Oh, and couldn't hold it in. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of time left after this. I think referee Fadjum will be whistling this one down within seconds. Ball is played to the fullback, into the corner. New Brunswick will be quite happy to keep the game as far away from their goal as possible. And that's what they've done. A throw in on the far side, deep in Prince Edward Island's end. They're not going to be scoring any goals from there. New Brunswick will be quite happy to see the game out from there. Adams keeping that one in play. Massamingo on the other end of it. New Brunswick's girls pressing forward still. Ball comes here to Ayot. Ayot trying to set some things up for her teammate Drew Frost. Just taking their time. Don't have to hurry, they're winning. Now here's Doyle trying to get the ball forward to see if they can generate a counterattack. PEI with 3 front runners now, hoping to make the best of these dying seconds. New Brunswick able to clear it. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick here to the Brunswick girls. Looked like there was a foul on the far side. And no rush. They're not in any hurry to get the ball back into play. They're leading 1-0 and are just waiting for the clock to run out here. I can't imagine the game lasting a whole lot longer. There we go. First win of the tournament for the New Brunswick girls on a beautiful goal by Mylene Fournette. They beat Prince Edward Island here in Game 2 for both girls by a score of 1-0. Prince Edward Island suffering their first defeat of the tournament after winning their opener by a score of 1-0. We'll have more action coming up in about half an hour as the Newfoundland and Labrador girls and the under-14s from Nova Scotia will be on the field at 4 o'clock playing their second game of the Atlantic Canada Under-14 Girls Soccer Championships. I'm John Morrison, and we'll be back with Game 2 this afternoon following the break.